I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, Blue Lady. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So here we go, back to the action. Football in the red zone. And a big third down play coming up for this defense. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays.
This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Ready? Let's set, ready? 56. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, check, lucky.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Double dog, that's the way.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Ready? 56. Check 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 8. 56. By 56.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Emmanuel Ogbah. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out.
Here we go. 186, right there, 56. Hey, man, watch the boot.
Newton to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Time to jump back in. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check. Gun. Check out route.
On 1st down, Mixon. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Too little, cut. Mike 56. Check.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
56. Mike's 56. I'm going to run front. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Go, go, go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 8, 8.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a bear. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 20. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Hey, here I come.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's first and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone?
Ready? Ready? Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, but now it's third and goal.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Great. Check 24. Check 24.
Open man completes it to Butler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
3 down.
They run for it with Mixon, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter.
Yellow. Argolade. 56. Do your job.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. So they'll trudge off the field with a... Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He's got his man. It's Butler. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.